Hello and welcome to another episode of Factorio Tightening the Belt Mega Base Guide. I'm Exterminator and thank you for joining me again. So I want to address a few things and I don't want to say change the direction we're going, but kind of move things forward a bit more. So as always, I read the feedback in the last episode and somebody had an interesting comment that I kind of want to go over because I both agree with it and disagree, and it will kind of prompt what we're going to start doing this episode. So somebody was, I wouldn't say mad, but it seemed like fairly annoyed or upset that I wasn't in Megabase stage yet, and we're already at episode 30. So first off, I want to address something that I've already mentioned before in an episode, and it's very important to keep this in mind, guys, for anyone who wants to go to a Megabase. If you do it too fast, it's going to be really bad. If you make the move to do it too soon, you're pretty much going to screw yourself. And I speak from personal experience, and if you ask any of the people, at least people I know, Will, Mojo, probably even Zuri, and people like that, some of my other patrons who have done Mega Bases, if you ask any of them, they're probably going to tell you the same thing. Because if you make this move to do it too soon, it's a problem. Now, there is a flip side of that, of course. I know Mojo feels very strongly about not doing like the module grind for super long like some of us like to do, and that's definitely a valid point. But if you just try to make the transition too quickly, what's going to happen is you're going to end up with a base that is partway built, a mega base that's partway built, and no resources to finish it. And the base isn't finished, so you have no resources to make the rest of the parts you need to make the base, right? Now, I mean, there's multiple ways you can go about this. If you're going to build an entirely separate base, you could start on it early. Like, we could have started on it 15 episodes ago. If I'm going to build just like somewhere, if I'm just going to build a mega base way over here and just leave this running the whole time, which I do somewhat plan to do, but you still have to prep for it, okay? And that's what I want to address, because it's like, yeah, we're on episode 30, which isn't that long. I mean, honestly, if you watch my last Mega Base series, that's like 100 episodes. You have to prep for it and make sure that you have the stuff you need to start making the transition. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in this really awkward mid spot where you have essentially the worst of both worlds. So I want to address that, and it's like, also, I think it's very important, the same person, I've seen a couple other people say that, I'm trying to make this a tutorial for beginners while also making a Mega-based tutorial, and I shouldn't combine them. Well, first off, I want to combine them, so I guess tough. But second is, I think it's important to see the steps to get there, right? If I were to just have built this entirely off camera, if I were to have just started the series right now, and just, hey guys, welcome, we have a base, let me show you how to go to a Mega Base. Some people would really enjoy that, but I would imagine a lot of people would be quite upset because they have they need to see the steps to actually get to this point, right? Some people don't, and I apologize if you had to watch this, but some people don't. And while I'm talking, I'm going to start placing beacons down, which we actually can't do here. So we may need to change our science setup this episode, but I do want to start changing out assemblers. We're going to upgrade to level 3s. Try to just start cranking up our production of everything. And we will have to watch power. But, I think it's important to show the steps to get there. And part of the step to get there is to build a base, a normal base. And, I happen to be giving tutorial tips throughout the process, which is, prolonging it. But I feel like that's just a good thing to do. So I just wanted to address that. It's like, yes, we may not be going as fast as some people would like, so I apologize. But I feel like I'm going at an okay pace for what we need to do. And, again, if we go to it too soon, then we're going to have problems. So I am starting to upgrade and stuff because I do want to start heading in that direction. So first things first is we just need to up our production. Now, upping our production is obviously going to drain more resources, so we will need to hook up the rest of these smelters, which I will probably do on stream because that is going to be a bit of a pain. But we need to start turning all that on and then figure out what we actually want to do. Because this base, this is not even, I would say this is like on the low side of a medium base. So really, even once we hook all these smelters up, this is not a mega base at all. This is the base we need to use to get to the mega base. And what, again though, before you freak out and be like, oh god, it's going to be another 50 episodes. No, once we turn these on and can start feeding more production into what we have and add some more to what we already have, then we can leave this cranking away on materials and science and start working on the actual mega base. Okay, now there's a few things we want to knock out. I had already started, and we want to start knocking out as many mining productivities as we can, because this is going to be crucial for getting enough resources to actually supply the mega base, as well as the particular train setup we're doing, where we're mining directly into trains. It's very crucial to have mining productivity for that. Okay, so I'm just upgrading all of this. Some of the resources will be short, but I need to figure out how to do these labs. We could chain them. We could actually, let's experiment with this together here. Let's make a few labs, and I'm gonna grab some gears. And we're going to experiment with how to set up these labs, because I kind of need to beacon them. We have the full research speed bonus that you can research, but since I put productivities in there and I do want to leave them in there, they are quite slow. So I would like to beacon them if possible. But with this type of belt thing, you can't really do that. So there's a few things. We could daisy chain them. Some people were talking about is doing, well, not like that. Doing something like this and passing through, and then you could kind of beacon these, however, like this way. And I think that may actually be what we want to do here. It's going to require quite a lot of tear up, because what you can do, right, is you would like run the belt in front here, and it would pass through, and then we would just have our beacon. So we could kind of do like rows. So like this would cover this one, and then we would have like another set here, another set of 2, so we can make sure to beacon everything. So unfortunately, these won't be covered by 2 beacons with this setup, but I think it's probably doable. Yeah, I think it should be. And also with that, we want to turn our modules back on a bit. We don't have too many speed 3s. They were just absolutely tearing through our resources, which was part of the problem. But I think it would be probably wise to kick this back on. So we're gonna change these guys around, and it's gonna give us a bunch of resources that we don't really want on us right now. Okay, we can stick them back in there. And level 1s. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And then this guy, we want to change him to these. We're just gonna say less than 100. We're gonna see how this is gonna work, how much resources is gonna drain. So I'm just clearing this belt off, since they won't go in here and it will block stuff. So that's gonna go there. I'm just gonna dump all this. We have a ton of level 2s, which will eventually want to turn into level 3s and such. So these are going along. We will want these to be level 3 assemblers for sure. So let's go ahead and run up and try to get some more of those. They should still be being made. Looks like we're actually a little bit low on iron, which is not surprising. It's being split, so it's only half of a yellow belt, and these assemblers take a ton of iron, so that's not too surprising to me. But these guys are super slow, so we do want to get as many of these upgraded as we can. Now realizing that was not the ones I wanted to upgrade. Good thing you can just quick replace over them there. I didn't want to upgrade those yet, because you'll notice when I do these upgrades, I do them all at the same time, meaning that like if I upgrade the blues to level 3 assemblers, I want to upgrade all the components for blues to level 3s, and then kind of vice versa. If I were to do these level 3s, I'd want to make sure the blues were the same, just because that will keep all the ratios the same, rather than mixing levels of assemblers and crafting speeds. This is very loud over here. And doing this is going to kick our power up quite a lot. We may want to add some more nuclear as well. Once this research is done, that's what I'm waiting for. Then we will work on the labs. Do we have another reactor? Looks like we don't. We should probably turn him back on. Because Yeah, turn it back on because we do want some more nuclear power. We are sitting at a pretty steady 120 megawatts or so. And I think our max was like 150 something. Okay, so we can still have the labs here. It's just going to be a little bit of a different setup. And the belts, the problem... Actually, is there a different way I want to do this? Because we can't obviously input from like 5 belts in front of it. So it would have to go from the other direction. But maybe there's a way to do this differently. So if you have a belt here, will this still beacon that? It will. Okay, so that would be 1 belt. No, I think maybe you could do this, because if we have... Actually, you know what? If we could almost leave this as is, because what I'm thinking is if you have a belt on the outside, even 2 belts on the inside, because these weren't going to be able to share a beacon anyways, you could do this, and then the space science, well, this would be out, because we would have another belt out here, and then the space science would just come along the front, like this, and that would be the one that passes through. That would actually be, we could, yeah, kind of combine the 2 methods, and that would allow us to beacon this. So I think what we want to do then is really, we still need to tear up all the labs and such, but we don't need to totally rebuild it. We can leave all the belts where they are except the space science one. So first off, I'm going to dump all of my inventory as much as I can into a chest or 2, because this is going to fill up my inventory with a ton of junk. And that's done. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and cut this. We're going to have to do some, like, we're going to have to feed it back on the belt, because this is going to take a ton of it. Could use bots. Should we use bots? Maybe. See, are they going to be any faster? That's the question. Of course, I put all my bots in the thing. Let's grab these. Yeah, I guess maybe they're faster-ish. Alright, let's do that. Get this torn up. Come on, bots, you can do it. Tear this up. Kind of precision bot deconstruction here. Okay. So we've got that. We need to get rid of these. Could filter deconstruct, I suppose. Yeah, let's just do that. So let's filter deconstruct. Red-handed, long-handed inserters, and boom. We don't need to get rid of the inside ones. Well, we might. Yeah, because the arrangement of the labs is probably going to be different since we're spacing them out one. But we'll see. I won't move them quite yet until we figure that out. Okay, so we've got that. And then, yeah, we need to move everything, essentially. So this is where a ton of packs are going to end up in my inventory. Okay, let's unfilter this, and we're just going to tear up all except that first one, because that'll be our starting point. And here we go. This is going to take a while. This may actually be faster to do on my own, to be honest. I can help the bots. I know the inserters are just holding stuff there, but I think some of these should line up. Some of them won't. Yeah, I think this is maybe faster for me to just do. So yeah, we're going to have to feed these back onto the belts, because I don't feel like distributing them. And it wouldn't be done evenly by hand anyway. Oh, we're out of steel. Let's grab, or a steel axe, rather. What else am I missing? Iron? I think a couple of steel picks. Okay, so we've got that. There we go. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll space them out, and I'm not sure. Yeah, so some of this is going to be wrong. Because this one needs to go here. This one goes here. He goes there. Yeah, so some of these inserters have to move, some of them don't. Whoop. Actually, those two didn't have to move. Whoopsies. Alright. Getting innovative now. Okay, so like that. And once I get these down, I can just blueprint it for the other side. Oh wait, no, these did need that. These inserters may not be clean. In fact, really, I changed my mind. To make this at least somewhat decent looking, I think I want to just tear up all the inserters. And we'll just redo them. Probably be faster anyway. Now, there's all these packs on the ground, but... Oh, that was the belt. Didn't really want that. Poor bots can't keep up and charge. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh, that was 2 space. Yeah, so now we'll just use this to pass the space science through. And then we can throw those beacons down. And I have a few extras. I'll just expand this out. And that should be good. Because we definitely need more science speed to get these, to get this like research, mining prod research and stuff done. And then I think I was looking through, and I think with our first, copper. I think with our first amount of space science that we have, I want to do another robot speed. I think it'll be robot speed 6. Are those? All right, the spacing's off because of the space. All right, so we've got that, and now we can just run and drag like so. All right, so now we just need this. Let's get that. And really, we should actually be able to just blueprint this. So now if we take this bit, can this blueprint by any chance? No. Okay, let's tear this up. We'll just tear up the power poles and then redo them with the blueprint. Probably will make things way easier. Why did these not tear up? Come on, bots. Alright, so now those are not going to have power, but we can get that later. Okay, we ended up with a perfect number of them too. I think I forgot some inserters. Okay. Sweet. We're almost done. Tear this up. Go ahead and expand this. I think that thing only went out to a radar. Is that what that was? Yeah, but it would probably be good to keep that, in all honesty. I think this pole should reach if we do that. When you do blueprints like this, just to be sure, it doesn't always matter, but it is usually smart to like start from the same side. I could have started from there, but sometimes it throws stuff off. It depends on the blueprint, but I think it's just good practice to start from like the same place you did. These need the long-handed too. I did that wrong. Great. I knew it was too simple, guys. Alright, so we're going to, let's see, we're going to take this, let those tear up. These done yet? Come on, dudes. You got this. Bots, what are you doing? Oh, okay. So yeah, when you're in the actual main network, it can sometimes prioritize the network bots, construction bots doing stuff. Okay, so what we needed to do here, really, then is... Oh no, those should be good. Okay, so we need to rotate this. Okay, we have to shift click, get those. Perfect. Those are done. I'm gonna have to go pick up some more normal inserters. That's fine. Alright, let's make some more of these power poles, and we'll run over here. Grab our inserters, and I don't think we need more long-handed, but I'll grab some anyways. Grab some more fast. And we actually had inserters over here where I was keeping these. Oh, so these guys are actually pulling them from here and just placing them. That works too. Totally doable. Sweet. Okay, now we just need to do the rest of our power poles, and my inventory, wow, is actually surprisingly not full somehow. I could have sworn it would have been full after all of that. Okay, so I'm coming down here. We want some steel. Make some more power poles. And beacons, we'll start placing the beacons as well. This will definitely bump our power up. Now some of this is going to be awkward. Let's start on this end. This is where we have more room. So really this needs to go here, which is a bit unfortunate. We can move this though. Move this over here. Tear him up. Perfect. Okay, so now we can start our beacons. And again, this is the staggering thing, where we're going to want to stagger them. And I'm going to go ahead and underground this. So staggering meaning not line them up with this. So if we go ahead, we could actually do it. No, it does need to go here. So we're going to start here, right? It just barely touches. And we're just going to run down. I'm probably going to run out of beacons. We pretty much do. These are not going to be the same speed. I mean, ideally, you would actually want the front ones to be faster because those are going to be the ones who get, first grabs at the packs. But I'd have to do some major... Well, would I have to do major belt rearrangement? Oh, and of course, we just totally screw this up. Gotta be kidding me, man. How did I mess that up? Why would I have put a space there? Maybe I was, standing in the way. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit not great. Well, this doesn't have to be perfect. Why don't we just get in as many as we can here? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna be way faster than it would be normally. Pretty close. All right, so we're now out of beacons, but these power poles, these power poles, guys, this is just, this is a total mess of wires. Okay, so those are gonna pass through, and what we needed to do here is get our space science in somehow. This is running down, right? Okay, so this is very simple. We can just do this. How about we move that up one so he actually has power? This guy can come over. I disconnected that belt. And he's gonna come under, and this guy will go under. And this was going down? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, and then we need to just grab some more beacons, which should be made at this point. I'd fed them some more stuff. And we should actually get robots feeding this steel as well. There's 9. Okay, why don't we actually get... Is there port coverage here? There is. Perfect. Okay, then let's get this guy... Well, it's the wrong chest. Do that, and then we'll get this guy to actually request in steel. Again, it's going to be a bit of a flight, but I think it's doable. Stick some in there temporarily. All right. These have power thanks to those power poles. Okay, so now let's just add some chests to redistribute this stuff. Why don't we just have it go like here? It doesn't matter what side of the belt it's on for this one because it's just the one side and only one thing grabbing from it. So we'll just have You do that. 600 of them. Wow, I picked up quite a lot. And some long fast inserters would be good. Okay, so we've got you, and then this one will matter, so we want to put this over here again because long-handed insert on the far side. These are, again, just extremely temporary, just to dump these excess science packs on here. Just want to make sure these get put on the correct side. They'll kind of fill in the gaps there, and then purple and this. There's somewhere, yeah, here we go. Let's do it down here. So this guy's going to be purple, this guy's going to be yellow. Like so. Throw a power pole down, and then lastly red and green, which we'll just do up here. Again, I could distribute these myself, but they're not going to be very even. And they're already powered. So then we just do this. And that should be good to go. Okay, so now we need to pick up more beacons, and we need, let's put these productivities back in here. Oh no, this guy's no power. I think we're gonna have to pick up more. Oh, so close. All right, let's go grab any modules we have. This is gonna be, I wonder how our circuit belts are looking. Probably not great. Unless I mess something up. Yeah, reds are not doing too great. We do have 25, which is not going to be enough, like, at all. We may have to do, like, every other beacon or something, because it's going to be 2, so we can, so we can only do, like, 12 beacons at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. Again, we'll start with the first ones. Let's just do that. Okay, so we can fit 2 here, and then we'll do a couple more beacons and the other side and get that. So now we can actually start doing some more research. And I'm assuming, oh, it's weird, it didn't start for a minute. It's a little bit confused. Yeah, our red circuits are majorly suffering. Is there a shortage, or is it just the build again? It looks like green circuits, and I think that may just be the tier of the belt. These are actually, no, these are fully compressed. Yeah, I think it may just be the tier of the belt, to be honest. I think we may need to upgrade that to red belt. Get those circuits all the way down there. That's fine. So once we get this filled up out, our science should go quite a lot quicker. Okay, so these guys, I mean, these guys are now, you can see the difference. 145 speed compared to 495 speed, and they do have productivity in them as well. So this can just kind of grind away. We'll just let that go and see how our packs keep up. And somewhere in there, we'll knock out a Robo Speed 6 as well. But I think that was the main project for today. We can upgrade a few more machines, but I'll do that on stream. And there you go, guys. So I want to start heading in the direction of the Megabase and such. It's just a lot of work, and it takes preparation, which is, you know, this is the preparation. So I'm sorry if I'm showing too much on camera. Like I said before, I'm very busy, and I got way behind on stuff, so I don't really have time to do much off camera and or energy really. And I know, and then some people get upset when I do too much off camera. You just can't please everybody. But anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed still. Any thoughts, questions, leave down below. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.